Here we are at Delicious Culinary Arts with Chef David Smythe. Hi.
Hi. Just sharpening my knife, getting ready and getting everything in place. The French term for that is mise en place, everything in place. And that's what you want to have before you begin anything. So, checking my ingredients. First of all, escabeche, baked fish. This is red snapper fillet. Really beautiful, very, very fresh. Just the thing I love to cook. I'm gonna need to flour that in something, and I'm going to use corn flour, masa harina. This is a gluten-free flour, of course. It's from corn, not from wheat. I'm gonna use peppers, onions, and garlic. We're gonna cook in a little bit of mantequilla. This is butter, right? And over here, we have some fresh spinach and soy sauce, sesame oil, a little bit of sugar, some eggs. It's all going to come together. This is going to be good. Okay, so first I'm going to take some rice noodles. You may know these from various Asian cuisine forms. So often we see them in, let's see, pad thai, Thai cuisine. We see them in Japanese and in Chinese recipes as well. So I'm just going to take one of these sections here, and I'll put the other one away. You see, it's kind of difficult to get that back in the bag, so I like to be able to put this into a Ziploc so that it stays nice and fresh. And then I can just dispose of this. Now, I'm going to put hot water on this, and the water can just be faucet hot. You don't really want to have boiling water here. Just enough to cover. Turn that over a little bit, and then that's going to sit for a few moments while we do other things. And they're rehydrating. They're getting softer. They're going to expand a little bit. Okay? So now the next is I want to make the egg crepe that will go under the escabeche. Here I'm going to be breaking eggs into, thank you very much, whisking the eggs. I'll put just a drop of sesame oil in there. And a little bit of soy sauce. And a sprinkling of sugar. The spinach here, I'm going to take this and I'm going to simply steam it briefly. So that goes into a small pan.
That's already been rinsed.
It's been cleaned. The spinach has been cleaned and picked off the stem. And I'm putting some boiling water on it. And that's about all the cooking it's going to need, really. It's just going to sit there next to this. That's just kind of resting and steaming. I'm going to cut the fish.
With that sharp knife you just sharpened.
Okay, so we're going to cut it, instead of cutting it in squares like that, we'll cut it at an angle. And we want to look at portions. This is going to be, I'm going to make 3 portions for my family. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Approximately the same size. They need to be floured.
What's the technical term for that? Dredging?
This is called dredging.
Since it's not really flour.
I like not to touch it too much if I can, because once my hands get wet and I touch the flour, then I'm dredging my hand.
And you're using cornmeal here.
This is corn flour. This is masa harina. Okay. This is going to go onto another plate,
A dry plate.
a dry plate, fresh plate. So, I think for our purposes, I'm just going to also flour the ends like that. And these are 3 portions. Now you of course can make your portion sizes smaller if you like that, or less, or more, as you like. It all depends on what's your preference. I'll use the knife as my finger, extension of my hand. I'll place that there. I want that to sit for a minute, just so that the fish can absorb a little bit of the flour. And that helps it to adhere a little better. I'll shake off the excess flour before I fry these in the pan. Now, the next thing is, I want to work with some vegetables here. I'll make some,
Keeping a clean station.
absolutely. Clean as you go. It's a basic rule. And you should also have a little container. I like to have a container with vinegar water, just white vinegar and water nearby. A nice clean sponge and keep everything in great shape like that. Okay, so we're going to work with the garlic here. Remember, garlic is going to be much stronger if you put it in toward the end of the process. So I'm just going to smack that slightly, and there's a little hard end on the end like that. I usually like to get that off of there. And I think, 6 pieces is enough, 2 per portion.
More or less, depending on how much you like garlic.
Yeah, or the size of the cloves, clearly, I mean. And certain garlics are stronger than others, but this is going to be cooked for just a few seconds, so it's going to have some intensity, but then it goes into the oven, and that's where it's going to lose some of that real fire that it might otherwise have. And this one's fighting with me a little bit.
There's 2 in there.
I get it, it's a twin.
Mm.
Okay. And one more. Now onions are related to garlic. They're all related to lilies. And they're bulbs.